Hello, everybody, and welcome in again. It's Purple Day.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's Purple Day. Bedford County Sports Now on Shelbyville Live Now. It's the Coach Grimm's Coach Edie's show, the community show, and it's brought to you today by Shelbyville Animal Hospital, 628 North Main Street, 931-684-8088. Dr. Stephen Stimpson, Dr. Andrea Anderson, happens to be my wife. Come in for your small animal and pet needs, and we'd be love to serve you. And if you get really lucky, you might get to see my daughter, who loves a good shout out, Julia Reagan Anderson. Come in and see Julia. She'd love to see you. Coach Grooms, you had a good etiquette. Giles County. Tough place to play. 69-14. Tell me about the ball game.
We came out, number one, it's a beautiful place to go if you've never been. It's nice. So we showed up. We come out, opening drive. We started moving the ball. Made a couple mistakes mentally there. Turned it over. Next thing you know, it's a touchdown. And pretty much it happened like that for the next several series. But we'd get the ball moving. We got midfield a couple times on them. Yeah. And then, it just, the big play, you drop a ball or something. It's always a little something. But Giles, they're definitely the real deal. Oh, yeah. I mean, we tackled a running back one time. He spun around, was on top of our player, got up and ran that 60 yards. I mean, it's fun to play athletes that really want to get down.
He was at full speed when he got up.
Yeah.
Of all the teams you've played this year, is Giles as good as anybody's you played?
Yes, sir. They're the best ones we played.
Yeah, I can see that too. Tough place to play down in Giles County. Great facility, great community. Again, we don't know how they're 3A. We can guess, but they seem to be 3A. Let me check some other scores here. Grundy County lost to Watertown 48-6. Your next opponent is at home.
Yes, sir.
It's Red Bowling Springs. They lost to Clay County 49-16. So coming up Friday night, you're at home. And Coach Parker on our show on Saturday morning said this was your best chance to get a W.
Yes, sir.
How do we feel about Friday night? Tell me a little bit about Red Bowling Springs.
Well, Red Bowling Springs, they've got their Link's got a son at quarterback, number 12. He's a big kid. He can throw the ball pretty good, left-handed quarterback. His youngest one comes in and plays quarterback also. He's a freshman. They're throwing the ball around the field. They got some good concepts. Yeah, can't really tell if they're trying to play no huddle. I'm assuming they're not because both they play offense and defense. I said good sized kids. That I didn't think they really had a whole lot of speed on the top end. I said so we're going to try to exploit some of our matchups if we can 1-on-1 and see what we got happening Friday night.
Defensively, what does Red Bowling like to run?
They're running a 3-4.
Okay.
All right. Now, but when you look at film, depending on your tight ends, a 3-4 ends up being a 4-3.
Right.
And then I think on the other one we watched, Gordonsville, they had played with two tights, so it looked like they was in a 52. But yeah, I think from watching how they line up, I'm assuming it's a 3-4. I couldn't see them where they was 2-by-2, but I'm assuming it's a 3-4 because they had two safeties.
So Red Bowling likes to throw the ball more than run the ball.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you all be able to run the ball a little bit in this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be able to hopefully we'll be able to get the Jets moving. Then we get our run game going on the backside of it and then open up the pass game.
Who's playing quarterback Friday night?
It's going to be a mixture of three, but Niles Barnett's going to be the one starting us off.
So that's hard to prepare for too because you all are going to mix it up.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Go with a hot hand.
Yes, sir.
You got nothing to lose. Air it out.
They're all getting reps. They're all prepared.
No.
That's awesome. So a lot of young guys playing with, as we've all talked about and said, but getting your playmakers, the one advantage on paper you might have is speed.
Yes, sir.
So that would be your advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if you got a speed advantage, that could be not, and you're at home, and it's a long road trip. How far is Red Bowling Springs from here?
It's about almost 2 hours. We went up there several times. I would say it's probably about an hour and a half, truthfully. But yeah, it's a good little trip for them.
Yeah, it's one we stop and eat. So
right. So that's going to be interesting. It's at home. You've got the next two games at home, correct?
Yes, sir. We've got this one at home, and then next Thursday we got Watertown at our
Thursday. Okay,
it's a Thursday night game. And there's some miscommunication somewhere on social media. They had it on Friday at Watertown. So we've been having to tell the parents and everything, no, it's Thursday at home. That way they didn't make a trip to Watertown for no reason.
Right, exactly. Today's show is brought to you by Shelbyville Animal Hospital, 628 North Main Street, 931-684-8088. Dr. Stephen Stimson, Dr. Andrea Anderson are the veterinarians there for all your small animal, cats, and dog needs. And if you get real lucky, you'll catch my daughter Julia. And I know she appreciated that.
Oh,
She
yeah.
asked me not to do it once, and I didn't do it once, did I?
No.
I did it twice. That's the way we roll. It's a big game coming up against Red Bull and Springs. Looking forward to next year a little bit, just from the standpoint, these freshmen and sophomores, they've all hung in here with you, hadn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
And they've hung in good.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, I mean, like when we was playing Giles, you know, we went in with the no tap. We told them, hey, don't tap. I said, you know what we're playing. I said, we're playing with a bunch of freshmen and sophomore. I said, go out here and give them everything you got. I said, and we was proud of how they performed. I mean, they never gave up. Even in the fourth quarter, we scored 2 touchdowns, and we was just mixing it up with them.
Defensively against Red Bull, and what can you do to do something a little different to them?
Well, we went over, we fixed our coverage, made sure they understood how to play the coverage we're going to be running this week mainly. From that point on, we already run the 4-4 and the 5-2. So we went ahead and modified it, and we got a 3-3 we can jump into now also with the same personnel. So
Coach, you had to make some moves on special teams. What did you do in the punting situation? What did y'all come up with that one? You lost your punter.
When we lost our punter, we ended up moving James Boland back there to punt. He does a good job at it, getting it off quick, you know, and he's a directional kicker, so he's kicking it close to the sideline so we don't get returns. I said, that paid off for us.
How's your place kicker this year?
Oh, Haskins. You got little Charles Haskins. He's a freshman. Hey, we've got, 2 or 3 onside kicks in the last 2
nice.
3. Yeah, he's got it where he's getting hot now. We moved some adjustments on our special teams to get the guys a little faster, a little more aggressive, diving in, getting the ball. We should have had another one against Giles, but, you know, we just had
how's his leg pretty good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Good.
But especially on the onside, he's fine.
Right.
We're working the pooch kick a little bit later.
How are we doing on receiving on special teams? We had a lot of trouble that earlier. Has that gotten a little better for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Graff had a good run against Giles. He quit dancing. He went north and south. And that's what they just got to understand. They go into it when they're freshman and sophomore. They think they can jump around.
Right.
I said, you got to find a crease and hit it. So he's found it.
Well, I want everybody to come out to community on Friday night and support the Vikings. They're playing Red Bull and Springs. And we're going to get a dub Friday night. I'm feeling good about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we're going to come back on Wednesday on my purple day and get our first win of the season. Everybody get out and support it. For Coach Edie, for Coach Crooms, I'm Bill Anderson. We'll see you right here next week.